Hello friends. Welcome to Defense Matrix. On this channel you will get fully information about defense and technology. Let's view the video. When 85 planes fought with 2 warships. The unbelievable standoff, 85 warplanes versus 2 warships. Imagine the open sea, calm and vast, and suddenly, from the horizon, a swarm of 85 warplanes pierces the sky, descending like a mechanical storm toward just 2 lonely warships. It sounds like a scene from a futuristic war movie, right? But this was real, a rare moment in military history where overwhelming air power clashed head-on with cutting-edge naval defense. Why were 2 ships alone in hostile waters? Who sent 85 aircraft against them? And most importantly, how did they survive? This epic confrontation wasn't just about firepower, it was about strategy, speed, intelligence, and technology. One wrong move, one delayed missile launch, and the ships would have been lost to the depths. But what happened stunned everyone, including the attackers. It's not just a battle, it's a masterclass in modern military survival. And by the end, you'll realize that even when you're outnumbered 85-2, with the right technology and tactics, you're never truly outmatched. The technology behind the warships, how they survived the onslaught, how do you defend against dozens of high-speed aircraft, potentially armed with anti-ship missiles, torpedoes, and bombs? That's the question these 2 warships faced as 85 enemy planes closed in like a hurricane of destruction. Their survival wasn't just luck, it was technology at its finest. At the heart of the ships were multi-layered defense systems, from long-range radar and sonar, to phased array missile launchers, and finally, to their last line of defense, CIWS, close-in weapon systems, often called the Gatling guns of the sea. These automated cannons can fire thousands of rounds per minute, tracking and destroying incoming missiles in real time, faster than the blink of an eye. But firepower alone isn't enough. These ships were equipped with advanced electronic warfare suites, capable of jamming enemy radar, confusing targeting systems, and even creating false targets, like digital ghosts in the water. This kind of deception technology is the digital cloak of invisibility in modern naval warfare. Then there's the combat management system, a high-speed, AI-assisted brain on board that processes threats, prioritizes targets, and coordinates countermeasures faster than any human could. This is the true power of 21st century warships, speed and precision powered by intelligence. As wave after wave of aircraft launched their attacks, the ship's radars locked on. Missiles fired, and countermeasures deployed, all within seconds. It was a symphony of survival, orchestrated by machines, manned by elite naval crews, and backed by decades of defense innovation. Air superiority versus naval power, a tactical breakdown. In any modern battle, it's not just about who has more weapons, it's about how you use them. This clash between 85 warplanes and 2 warships wasn't just an encounter, it was a strategic chess match played across sea and sky. The attacking planes had the numbers. They had speed, height advantage, and the element of air superiority. With such force, they could perform coordinated attack waves, flanking maneuvers, and pincer strategies to overwhelm radar coverage. Some aircraft may have even been equipped for electronic warfare, aiming to jam communications and blind the warships, but the warships were no easy targets. They used the ocean's vastness to their advantage, altering speed, direction, and positioning constantly to break lock-ons and confuse target acquisition. Their radar systems were scanning 360 degrees, and their automated systems were tracking multiple targets simultaneously, calculating threat levels, prioritizing incoming weapons, and launching interceptors accordingly. This battle became a demonstration of modern multi-domain warfare, one where air meets sea, man meets machine, and split-second decisions dictate life or death. The captains of the ships had to read the incoming assault like a playbook, anticipating formations, predicting the trajectory of missiles, and deploying decoys and flares at just the right moment, at the same time. The pilots had their own tactics, some flying low to avoid radar detection, others diving from the sun to blind targeting systems, and a few attempting simultaneous swarm tactics to overload defenses. But in this high-tech duel, one side had better coordination, better systems, and better training, and it made all the difference. Real footage and military records. What really happened? For years, the incident of 85 planes attacking 2 warships remained wrapped in military secrecy, with only fragments slipping through defense circles and war forums. But now, declassified reports, pilot interviews, and leaked black box transcripts allow us to recreate the real chain of events, minute by minute, missile by missile. In this section, we take you beyond the headlines. Through real cockpit recordings, radar screen captures, and first-person audio logs from naval officers, you'll witness how this unbelievable standoff unfolded in brutal, chaotic real-time. The sounds of missile locks, sirens, pilots shouting into radios, and commanders making split-second life-and-death decisions, it's all here. We'll also showcase never-before-seen military simulation footage, showing the exact missile intercepts, evasive maneuvers, and formations used by the aircraft and ships. Using AI-enhanced reconstructions based on naval logs and combat algorithms, this battle will be brought to life like never before. But what's more shocking is the classified data that has now surfaced, internal documents suggesting this confrontation was a test of new defense protocols, with observers from multiple nations monitoring the outcome. Some experts now believe this was a real-world trial of electronic warfare systems, disguised as an accidental escalation. We also explore why the warships were outnumbered so drastically. Was it a setup? A bait? Or did military intelligence underestimate the size of the aerial fleet? By the end, you won't just know what happened, you'll feel like you were right there on the deck, hearing the jet engines scream, the CIWS guns roar, and the ocean fight back. The aftermath. What this battle taught the world about modern warfare. What happens when a small force survives against overwhelming odds? The world pays attention, and militaries take notes. In the wake of this battle, defense analysts worldwide began rethinking the balance between air dominance and naval resilience. War colleges updated their strategic simulations. Nations upgraded ship-based electronic countermeasure systems and missile defense shields, but the psychological impact ran deeper. For air forces, it was a chilling reminder that sheer numbers don't guarantee victory. For navies, it was proof that cutting-edge tech, layered defense, and disciplined crews could withstand a storm of steel. This confrontation reshaped modern military doctrine. It influenced next-gen warship designs, multi-domain defense integration, and even AI-driven threat management systems. The legacy of that day lives on, not just in reports, but in every missile system being tested today, and now, you're part of that story. Thanks for watching. Subscribe our channel Defense Matrix for more interesting and knowledgeful videos.